Alright, what's up guys? So, Atazi has uploaded a video titled IRL Streamer Crashes Out over Woman Lie. Yeah, that's one of those things where it's like, fam, if a girl don't want nothing to do with you, gotta respect it. Gotta leave that situation alone. If you got strong feelings for her, maybe one day your paths may cross. If not, yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, you gotta close out that chapter and move on to the next. Best advice I could give y'all. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and check out this video. Make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to Atazi for more videos like this. And with that being said,
this IRL streamer just crashed out over a woman and ended up smashing the window of his rental while live streaming it.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna kill her! I'm gonna her up! I can't believe this! I don't care, dude. I don't care, bro. I got glass in my hand. I don't care, bro. I can't take this anymore.
Oh boy, yeah, that's one way to react. So this is Ice Poseidon. We've recently talked about some of his antics in Japan, but he basically pioneered the modern version of IRL streaming, as he was by far the largest IRL streamer on Twitch until he was banned for essentially being deemed a brand risk after he was swatted numerous times, with the final one being on the plane in LAX.
An online personality, somebody who streams video online, says it was a bomb threat and it was a prank. He says he was the target.
I felt really bad for everybody on the plane because they just had to sit there because of this guy who called. Like, he called in and said that I had a bomb on the plane. That's what he said.
Like, he was when they do that swatting stuff. I find it stupid. It's like, fam, let people respect the stream. Like, that's it. That's all you gotta do. People do crap like that. I'm like, man, I don't get it. That's why I'm like, I know when I go on trips, I don't let nobody know nothing. I'm like, yeah, I might say at the very last minute, and then or I'll say it when I'm coming back. But I'm like, yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, I shouldn't even say that the last minute. I should just be like, oh yeah, I'm back, guys. I'm like, in case y'all was wondering. But anyways, yeah, it's just stuff like that is stupid, man.
Pretending to be me.
And I mean, the laundry list of things that have happened throughout his career is too much to name here, but it's safe to say he's been a controversial figure for a while. But recently, he's been doing this challenge of IRL streaming 100 days straight while in Asia. And this has definitely taken a massive mental toll on the guy, especially a month in. We're actively watching a dude completely lose his mind live. And this is all really about a bunch of self-inflicted reasons that stems from the types of people he associates with, his actions while streaming, the toxic audience that's entertained by his downfall, and the people who are actively hunting the guy down. And then his girlfriend. And as I said previously, this is all happening while he's live streaming 24/7. So there's obviously a lot to cover, but let's stick to the main moments around this big viral crash out. Apparently, this live stream challenge has put a lot of stress on him and his girlfriend, as his girlfriend is not with him in Japan. She's at home in the US. He's live streaming 24/7, so he can't really be there for her. And he's also being a dumbass around other women on his live stream. And I mean, that just definitely rubs salt in the wounds of his girl. So I guess like one of the big things that people are talking about is there's some nose job speculations. And I'm saying speculations because I don't know what's true. But people are saying that she stole $20,000 from ICE to go get a nose job. And the nose job apparently didn't go well. Hence the reaction.
I can't believe this!
But from what I can tell, that's not true. At least the first half. I did confirm with ICE that she did not steal the money from him, and he willingly paid for it. But here's one of the viral clips that led up to the viral crash out.
Yeah, she's f***ing man. I'm over here working my ass off, trying to make f***ing money for us to f***ing live. And she's complaining that I was mean to her for like, or whatever, dude. Like, I don't even remember what the conversation was. This I was just
dang, I'm like, yeah, I can see why you that got your Twitch account banned. I'm like, yeah, you out here dropping the R word. I'm like, bro, you gotta chill on that. You gotta really chill on that. But I mean, yeah, I guess if that's how a person talk. That's how a person talk, it's, I guess, like, yeah, it probably stems from, like, people just using the word a lot before in the past, and then, yeah, it slips out when they're angry, but anyways.
Trying to say that if I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit, if you can just work with me, and if you can just make me feel better in that moment, so I can get out of this little cycle that I'm in, and then I can feel better afterward.
Yeah, I mean, this is the downside of live streaming 24/7 for over a month, especially if you don't have clear and set boundaries with your significant other. Small problems suddenly become big problems. And if that happens, without a doubt, you will go insane.
I don't want it. I said, I don't want it, bro. If you want to, like, I'll break up with you. I don't know. I need somebody who's going to be with me through thick and thin, support my feelings when I'm out here working my ass off while you're sitting home doing nothing. You're at home doing nothing. I'm out here working my ass off, going mentally insane, so you can live a good life. And I'm the bad guy? Well, you're at home doing nothing. Like, dude, it's up, man. It's up.
Obviously,
it's like, you know, you gotta see, that's the thing when you be doing them like long extensive live streams, because look at that one girl, she's been like live streaming, I think they said for like 3 years now or something like that. That's stuff where I'm like, I'll find myself like lurking in her stream, and then yeah, you know, that girl will be asleep. She'll be like, you won't see her until like later on in the afternoon and stuff. Like, she's like, nah, let me tend to my things. Like, you gotta go at a pace where it's like, you know, you ain't gonna, I guess, gonna be losing your mind over some, like, you know, some crazy stuff. That's what I think with me. It's like with content creating, like, I go at a speed where I feel comfortable. You know, yeah, I guess if I'm, you know, the live streaming, not properly sleeping and stuff like that, yeah, there's been times where I haven't gotten the proper sleep. I wouldn't say that I was carrying on like this, but I noticed the change with me, and I'm like, no, sleep, I'm telling you, people, sleep on time, sleep for a long duration of time. It will not like, you know, all hours of the day, but I'm just saying, like, you know, sleep to where it's like you feel recharged, you feel rejuvenated. But anyways,
escalated from there.
About telling girls, oh, they got big son. I'm like, yeah, they got big. I don't give a fuck. They got big. Yeah, I'm impressed by it. Like, I don't give a fuck.
It's like his friends like, bro, what are you talking about?
Nothing, bro. I'm tired of this shit, man.
I ain't out in the hallway ranting.
Like, I'm tired of getting pressed by her too. Like, bro, I could.
That's crazy. I didn't even know you could have some stuff like that. Yeah, that's some crazy stuff. I'm like, yeah, bro, his heart rate, it's like, and my thing is this. If you ain't did like extensive amounts of like walking, because that like 120, that's like when you've been like walking, and because I know for me, like my heart rate right now, it's at 72. And yeah, that's just because I've just been sitting here chilling. You know, that's where it's like, if you just sit down chilling, that's where your heart rate should be at. That might, I don't know if that's good or not, but I'm like, it's been like that for a while. And I'm like, oh, okay, I imagine. But yeah, 120, that's like if I'm doing extensive amounts of like walking, or if I'm like playing around, messing around with my friends and family. And then they'll get to like 120 because, you know, you energize and stuff. But fam, if he was just sitting there ranting and got his heart rate up, that's not good. That's not good. It's like, best thing that you could do is just separate yourself from that situation. If it gets your heart rate up that high, my thing is this. Do you see yourself, I guess, like doing this when you're of an older age? Like, let's say you're 50, 60 years old and you getting into these like arguments where it's like your heart rate, yeah, that's not gonna be good that ain't gonna be good for you, bro. Mess around, have a heart attack doing some stuff like that.
These goddamn girls out here, and I don't. Okay, you better be thankful for that shit. If I want to say it's got big, yeah, it's got big. What about it? Get the fuck over it.
So, I mean, this just looks like it's two emotionally immature people dating in public where there's like 30,000 live people watching most of their interactions. So that's a nightmare for anyone, to be honest. And clearly it got to a point where he just completely lost it.
You tell her. Go her up. I can't believe this. I don't care, dude. I don't care, bro. My hand. I don't care, bro. I can't take this anymore.
Dang.
You broke it.
It's us broken.
Good. Glass in my hand, man.
Good. Yes. Stop the car.
Oh my god.
Stop the car.
Man.
Huh? Stop the car.
It's going insane.
Car.
Stop the car.
Look at this car, man.
That's
You okay,
crazy.
bro?
I'm fine. I'm fine, bro.
Yeah, but I'm like, bruh, that rental company, they're gonna be all like, if they see the clip And then, yeah, you done went and damaged their car because you out here having a rage attack. I'm like, bro, yeah, that rental company, it's going to probably be a situation where it's like, nah, if he come back out here and he rents to us, we declining. I'm like, you ain't gonna mess around and mess our windshield up all over it. That's what I think about it. It's like if I'm mad about some stuff, I don't take my anger out on things where I know I can't take my anger out on it. So yeah, let's say if I'm over at a friend's house and then I get into an argument, and it's like again over at their house, I'm not gonna be all like, oh, let me find something that I can break. I'm like, nah, if anything's, yeah, I'll probably get loud, I'll probably yell for a little bit, but I can't break something that's not mine. So I don't want to break my own stuff. So why would I be out here breaking other people's stuff?
Crashing out. It's crashing out.
I don't know why you can't just support me, man. Your worst time ever! Oh, worst fucking time! Get out of this car!
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, this is just sad. I mean, like, at what point do you pull the plug and take a break? Because filming yourself act like this for profit is fascinating, to put it lightly. But people are reporting saying that he did this inside of a taxi cab. But I did confirm that this was a rental that he himself rented. So, I mean, hey, at least he's not burdening some innocent taxi driver for just being the driver as his girl pushed him to a breaking point. But this is what happened after he got back into the car.
Sometimes you just black out. Especially when you're feeling really bad mentally. The feelings are uncontrollable.
Hey, we need to rest.
I'm not actually going to kill her. I was just so mad I couldn't control what I was saying. That's just how I felt.
Still, I'm like, I ain't been mad at people before. I'm like, I ain't never came out and said no stuff like that. So I'm just saying that's just my opinion on the matter. But anyways.
It was a hyperbole.
Right. Yeah, that's the massive downside of live streaming for over a month straight until you have a mental breakdown. But the upside is, I mean, obviously it's lucrative. The dude is making some serious bank from this. This is essentially just a live reality TV show that everyone can join at any time. But thankfully, he does go on to address the window.
I got to pay for this windshield. It's probably going to be expensive.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll receive.
How much is this? How much will this cost?
We have our insurance. So.
I don't think the insurance will apply to punching a window.
It's gonna probably, if I don't know how things is done, because they say he's in Japan, right? I don't know how it's done there, but I just remember when so I think my mom, she had I think she was driving on the freeway and a rock had came up and had cracked her windshield and things, and I had to ask again, but it was definitely, it was more than a few $100s. It's few hundreds to few thousands. It's between that range. So it's best to be a famous content creator so you can replace that windshield. He most likely got the money for it, but it's still one of those things where it's fam, I mean, come on now. You got to sit down and think about it. That's money that shouldn't be going out, coming out of your pocket. That's money that you should be spending on whatever it is you want to spend it on. But it's now you got to use that money. You got to sit down and think about that. It's dang, I ain't used this money to buy this windshield. It's what could I have done with that money if I hadn't punched that windshield? So yeah, this things you got to think about. It's bro, it ain't worth it. This girl out here got you breaking stuff, spending money that you shouldn't be spending. It's yeah, it might be best to end that relationship. But anyways.
Did you punch?
Yeah, I punched it. I'm surprised I didn't just go straight through the window, honestly.
Maybe homeless. Because of homeless. Homeless through the snowball last time. So it was a week already.
Whatever.
I mean, hey, at least he's not wanting to commit insurance fraud live, and he did address fixing the window right away. So it seems like he's doing the bare minimum here, hopefully. But obviously, all of this commotion has caused the Japanese public to release a wanted poster with all of these IRL streamers who are currently streaming in Japan or have been streaming in Japan. And of course, Johnny Somali has decided to reinsert himself into this, claiming that ICE is his leader. And then obviously he doubled down.
I've heard some things about that that Johnny guy. He's somebody where I'm fam, go home, find a game to play and stream that, cuz that's something where that's what, you know what, that's what's going to happen. eventually, because I can see it where it's like one day, because I would like to go to Japan one day, and it's gonna definitely be on some stuff where I don't think I would live stream it, but I don't know what the future may hold for me. I might be all like, oh yeah, let's just go ahead and live stream. But I feel like I ain't seen so many of these different live streams where they went down in a horrible way. So if anything, I'll just probably be all like, yeah, just do videos. But I feel like it is gonna be a situation where it's like, if they see me out there, recording and stuff, I feel like they're gonna be all like, oh, he's probably one of those content creators that likes to come out here and cause trouble and stuff, and now I'm out here getting treated differently. So I'm saying, it's one of those things. I'm like, people, the thing is this, you shouldn't be in your own country carrying on in a crazy way. Why'd you go to another country and carry on in a crazy way? I guess, like, how would that make you feel where it's like if somebody were to go into your home and they start carrying on in a way where it's like you had to check them about it and stuff? I mean, come on now.
The video.
Hello to the people of Japan and the people of the world. I want to make this message because I've been gone for a long time. Let me introduce myself if you don't know me already. I am Johnny Somali. I am part of the criminal nuisance live streamer gang called CX. I am a high-ranking member in the black sheep of the family. We are ran by our top leader, Ice Poseidon. He's the leader of CX, and Miskiff, the leader of OTK. We are part of a live streaming international criminal mafia of nuisance streamers that have came to Japan to bring you freedom, to bring you American values. You weak jack.
I heard something along the lines like he's not allowed to leave because he has like some like court stuff going on. So I'm like, yeah. I'm like, be a part of this if you want to. And I'm like, yeah, it's one of those things you find yourself off up in prison. I don't know how Japan's prisons are and stuff, but I imagine it's like, yeah, it's gonna be one of those things. You're gonna have a very humbling experience. And then yeah, when he does get out, it's gonna be one of those things where he's all like, I'm changing my ways of being a content creator. Can't carry on like that no more.
Will never stop us. You will never stop CX. You will never stop Johnny Somali. You will never stop Ice Poseidon, Paul Danino, who is my mentor, my teacher, my leader. If it was not for Ice Poseidon, I would have never came to Japan.
But it actually turns out that this account that created the wanted poster showing them is allegedly a troll account ran by Johnny or an affiliate. So it does kind of make sense that Johnny immediately used this post to insert himself into the conversation. At this point, they're kind of acting like crabs in a bucket. They're just dragging each other down and taking turns on crashing out. Ice is definitely not the leader or mentor of Johnny, though, as he's made it very clear that he doesn't want to associate with him at all.
And if you try to arrest Ice Poseidon, if you try to stop Paul Danino or any of our group, if you try to stop ABZ Abdullah, the terrorist, the one that paid for all of our kick deals and steak deals, if you try to stop ABZ Abdullah, this fat fuck, I promise you I'll be back in Japan soon. You'll never stop Kang Joel. You'll never stop Hugh Sama, Showtime, and all these leeches. We will destroy Japan, and I promise you, if you arrest any of them, if you stop any of them, if you attack any of them, I will come back to Japan and I will bring back vengeance.
Yeah, the dude is currently
like, fam, yeah, that's crazy. That like it'd probably be some old lady that'd be out there and punk him out. I'm like, I wouldn't. Japan, don't, I guess, look highly of that threat. It's one of them like childish threats. Yeah, that Johnny Somali guy, I'm like, you gonna find like I said, he gonna have a very humbling experience one day, and that's just gonna change his whole perspective on content creating.
Banned from going to Japan, and he's stuck in Korea for who knows how long to this ongoing trial. So it's not like he can actually pull up to Japan and do anything. Yeah. And speaking of which, this is definitely not gonna help his trial. What will be interesting to see, though, is what his trial outcome will be, because just looking at it, he's been playing all of his cards in the worst way possible. Yeah. So you would think that he would get some serious time for all of this because he's doing everything wrong, essentially. Because the dude is literally doing the opposite of what any reasonable person would do in a situation like this. So it'll be really interesting to see what he actually ends up getting in South Korea. But when it comes to Ice Poseidon, though, he's not even halfway done when it comes to his 100-day stream marathon, and he's like already crashing out like that. So I'm worried worse things are going to happen throughout this, but who knows? Hopefully my worries are wrong. That is not stopping the Japanese public from literally hunting Ice. So he's had his life threatened multiple times. He's currently being stalked. So the Japanese public, they are just over with any live streamers who can come across as disrespectful for their culture. And I mean, after Johnny Somali, it makes sense to me that they would push back on anyone who's essentially profiting from being live and teetering on being disrespectful in their country. But either way, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. But YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this video, so I would definitely recommend checking it out. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Yeah, I don't get why people, they feel like they gotta do content where it's like you go to a different country and disrespect it. There is no reason to be carrying on like that. With that Johnny Somali situation, Ice Poseidon situation, it's just different ways of like you guys handling that, you know, or just, you know, going about being a content creator. But yeah, it's like, you know, people, they have some humbling experiences, then that's when it's like, oh, now I gotta change. But anyways, make sure if you guys haven't though, go subscribe to Itazi for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.